The Shidler-Wheeler neighborhood is in a great location. From the Oklahoma River south to about Southwest 25th or 29th Street, from Shields to I-35. The crossroads of America, it's right at I-35 and I-40.
Our neighborhood, we're in the shadow of the most beautiful part of the city. I mean, the shadow of the Devon Tower and all this beautiful downtown area. And you have this nook of incredible poverty.
Just to the north of us, you have multi-million-dollar boat houses. Just to the west of us will be the new Court-to-Shore Park. But here in the Shidler-Wheeler neighborhood, none of those things are happening or coming. So I think it's a fair picture to say it's the forgotten neighborhood. Functionally, for our neighbors, that makes them feel like they have no voice. Most of our neighbors don't own their homes. They're owned by what I would call a slumlord. They're charging exorbitant amounts of rent. They're not taking care of their properties. So you see a neighborhood that looks dilapidated, but really full of really good people.
About 87% of the people that live here are Hispanic. Some of those are undocumented people. Most of our families work 2 to 3 jobs.
We have people that say, "Where do you live?" And I tell them where I live. And they're like, "Oh, you live on the bad side of town." I don't see it as a bad side of town, even from the first day that I moved here.
What I want people to know about my neighborhood is that it's not a bad neighborhood, that there's good people here and that there's people that wake up every day and go to work and just try to provide for their kids.
FaithWorks has really morphed into what I would call a neighborhood development organization. We didn't set out to become this organization that reached out into the neighborhood, but it turned out that way. And everything that you see kind of came about in response to a need from one of our neighbors.
We are committed to one neighborhood. We're not trying to transform all of Oklahoma City. We are dedicated to this neighborhood. And when I say dedicated, that's a 25 to 30-year investment that's been placed here.
My name is Richie, and I go to Shidler Elementary, and I'm in 4th grade.
Richie wakes up in a 4-bedroom house. His mom is purchasing through our home ownership program. She's not someone that would qualify for a loan otherwise.
I have 8 kids. My old daughter, 22, baby boy, 1 year old.
When Richie gets out of school, he walks across the street to FaithWorks, participates in after-school programs.
Whenever we line up and go to the center, we check in, and it makes me feel safe because we're surrounded by adults. My mom works at FaithWorks and she's the cook.
The kids love the food, love staying in the center. I love my job.
His grandmother comes and teaches sewing to girls from our neighborhood. Richie is part of a group that Miss Pearson meets with to talk about the best ways to manage your behavior.
He has a mom that has always been very supportive of what we come to her and talk to her about. He also has a mentor.
It started out just being helping a kid to read and turned into more of a mentor family relationship. I see him every Thursday for sure.
He helps me with my reading. He makes me read big books so I can learn big words.
Es muy bonito saber que alguien más se interesa por tus hijos.
He knows someone is looking out for him, so he wants to do well. He wants to do better.
Cada padre se siente especial cuando miras que cada jueves tu hijo tiene a alguien que viene y le pone la atención que él necesita. Esa es mi experiencia.
In the future, I hope to go to college and get a good degree there, helping other kids with stuff.
I really want to see him go do something great, even beyond what he can see right now.
He visto que él es un gran amigo de la familia. Es una bendición para mi hija porque lo ayuda bastante con Ricardo, más que nada. Ricardo a veces necesita la atención de un varón y no lo hay. Estoy contenta y feliz porque sé que apoya mucho a Ricardo.
There are many players that are part of making Richie's life what it is, and I can say that that's a different picture today than it was 10 years ago, now that this community transformation work is happening.
So this child, not only does he have a mom that's being supported by the community, but it all trickles down. Now he is supported by them, but by us, by a mentor. If every child could be embraced that way, and their family embraced that way,